Can you share with me?
Yes, we 8 years in now.
8 years in?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Nice, 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 nice. Let me text my team and tell them to get a one.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Everybody, everybody, welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome back to another episode of Mr. Word Wednesdays, where we do our very best to try to motivate you, encourage you, inspire you, lift you up, give you some practical everyday nuggets that you can use for your business. We are back once again. Look, most of us were out of town. We were scattered all over the place, but we are back again, and we have some amazing people on the call with us tonight. So welcome, welcome again. Shout out to my co-host, Mr. Lillard Roger, the Dodgers, with his nuggets that he's going to be dropping on this evening. And we have also with us the superstar in the building, Miss Rashia. Shout out to Miss Rashia. She's gonna be dropping some nuggets that y'all, I promise you, give you time. Go ahead and tag your business partners and friends and let them know to jump on here. We get ready to jump into some announcements, and then we're going to delve deep into the art and science behind how we've transitioned. This young lady has transitioned from one position to the next position to the next position, earned that legacy pledge, getting ready to don that blue jacket with the star on it, earning an extra $12,000 a year minimally on a part-time basis, just from an amazing opportunity like this. But before we go any further, Mr. Lillard, go ahead and give us this evening's announcements, and shout out to you, Two Jackets on your absence right now. Two Jackets by, he's also the travel ambassador guru, doing it all. I believe he's getting ready for a flight. But go ahead and jump into those announcements, sir.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say safe travels. You know, we have our Platinum Network retreat. People taking off tonight, tomorrow morning. You're on your way to, I believe it's Mexico. So y'all be safe in Mexico. Enjoy your time. I'll be there next year. You can check that off on the list. I will be in the wherever we at, right? I think I'm not going to say it yet because Mr. Scott is not going to want me to share that information, but I have an inkling of where it's going to be next year. So yeah. But let me quick shout outs real quick. We got Deborah Barr on with us this evening, LaCheryl Goodnine. We got Shauna. We got Deborah Bond. She got Two Jackets too. 3-star director Kimberly Randall. Who else? That's it for right now. But yeah, safe travels if you are headed out to Platinum Network retreat. We also have Platinum Network coming up this month. Our annual award ceremony, again, where Mr. and Mrs. Amani, Preston Amani Scott, pulled together. They put together a time where we can come together as a network and award people deserving of the work they put in throughout the year. Also, don't forget, each and every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mr. Scott has the game plan Zoom. Listen, www.platinumwebinar.com. www.platinumwebinar.com. That's each and every Sunday night at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss that. If there's any ironclad training you don't want to miss, it's going to be that particular one. So put that in your notes as well. Then tonight at 8:30, we got our every Wednesday Zoom presentation. Again, Mr. Professor Scott, he always has a guest speaker on there as well. That's going to be www.platinumwednesdays.com. Don't want to miss that. In fact, I try to share with everyone, when you go on there, you number one, you don't have to be on there to utilize the system. Just got to invite prospects on there. Also, if you're new, you want to be on this so you can learn. At the very end, there's a Q&A, best way to learn this business. So we want to be on that. And then all I can think of now is convention, convention, convention. You all want to get your ticket for that. You don't want to miss convention. Right now, if you're in planning marketing, right, right, you're in planning marketing. But when you go to convention, planning marketing will be in you. And that's my announcements for this evening, Mr. EK.
I love it. I love it. Again, look, shout out to everyone who's watching us live right now. And shout out to everyone who's watching us live on YouTube. So you guys can check us out live at YouTube. What's the word? Wednesdays.org. Or you can check us out live in the Facebook group. Some of you guys are checking us out live in the Facebook group right now. And we appreciate you tuning in, and everyone who's going to be checking out the replay, because maybe you packing your bags like I was supposed to be doing right now. I probably won't get my bags packed. Cancun trip for maybe another couple of hours or so. But at the end of the day, looking forward to fellowshipping with you guys. I always say a team that can bond together, can build together, and we are doing just that. Speaking of building, woo, Mr. Leonard, drum roll, please. I got to get that drum roll.
Was that the drum roll?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I'm not gonna say what it sounded like. We might got kids watching. We have on the call this evening a superstar, new 1-star director. But you know what? I'm gonna skip it. We were talking about it earlier. I want you to introduce yourself, right? The kind of like how you would do if you was at a showcase. Give everyone your name, your background, and you can say why plan that really until we get to asking you these questions. So give everyone your name, your background, and tell us why plan that.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Rashia Edmond. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, born and raised. I am a day trader by profession, a professional network marketer, clearly, right? And I'm a travel business owner. Oops, what was that? Why plan that for me? At this point where I am today, why not plan that for me? Like, it's no other place to be. Today, I actually got a chance to sign my legacy papers with my children standing right beside me. So that in itself, why not plan it? Like, there's nothing else. There's no convincing. It's just why not plan it at this point. So.
Why not plan that? Go ahead, Mr. Leonard. I seen the question going across your forehead.
Oh yeah, I'm actually writing my questions down as we speak because I had a very busy afternoon. So, first and foremost, congratulations, Rashia. And we were talking earlier before we jumped on here, and we met up in Philadelphia at the Blackout, and you just hit DIT, and you said we knocking this out, and so this is not a surprise. I knew that you was going after it. So again, congratulations. But so my first question to you is, when did you realize, like, when did the light bulb come on for you and you say, you know what, this thing is really real, and I think it's possible. Like, when did it? Because first of all, when did you get started? And when did you realize that?
Originally, I got started back in 2021. When I came in 2021, I just came in on the travel side. I joined because I was looking for discounted travel for me and my family because I always loved to travel. But I was an entrepreneur. I had like several different businesses. So I didn't have the time to put into it to really understand the business and know that all the value of the business rather, right? So I just did away with it. I probably was in it for like a good month or so. And then I just, let it lapse. And then I retired in May of last year from all of my businesses. And I just became a full-time day trader. So I had so much time on my hands. It was just like, okay, what else can I do? My son wanted to go to Dubai for his birthday, for his 16th birthday. And I was like, oh, let me look back into that travel thing. And I had like a little epiphany. And God just was like, don't start anything new until after the 24th. Go back to something old. So I'm like, go back to something old. Long story short, it ended up being travel. I reached out to my sponsor, LaShurl, and I asked her, what I needed to do to get back on. So fast forward, April 10th of 2024, I got back in the business. When I got in the business this time, I was both the rep side and I was the travel side. At the end of that month, I think it was like April 28th, if I'm not mistaken, we had a Super Saturday. And it was Mr. Bradley, it was Cedric White, it was Natalie, and it was JP Watkins. So it was like all the heavy hitters. So that was my introduction to the business. Now, this event was sold out. LaShurl made a call to Director Scott. Director Scott managed to get one ticket. At that point, I think I had breezed through, and maybe I was like a bronze or a silver builder at that point. And he made it. He made a call. He called Lauren, and he called me, and he said, use my name. And I said, Mr. Scott, I promise you that I'm going to do your name well. Like, you went above and beyond for me. I said, I promise you, I guarantee you, I will do your name well. I said, thank you, for the opportunity. When I got there, all I had to see was the heavy hitters. It was nothing else I needed to see. It was nothing else I needed to hear. I called LaShurl. When I got back, I told her about my experience. I took a picture with Cedric White and didn't even know who he was. I didn't even know I was in his line, right? But it was like, oh, I need to rub elbows with the top people of the company. That was what I said to him when I took the picture. And from there, it was on. When I saw the possibility, when I got home, I called everybody I knew, all my girlfriends, all my family. I was on the phone and I told them, listen, y'all doing this. Like, I don't care. I don't care. We're going to do this. We're going to get this done because there's money out here in this industry and we're leaving it on the table. And we all travel anyway. So after a little convincing, they was on board.
So prior to you got started in, you said 2021, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you let it lapse, right? And then you came back in 2024. So in other words, when you first got started, you hadn't gotten to an event yet, right?
No, I didn't know anything about the business. The only thing I did was book the trip. I didn't attend anything online. I really didn't know anything, to be honest, because every time my sponsor was trying to connect with me, I was too busy. I was running so many businesses. I didn't have time to like really sit down and, take in all the information.
Right. So tell the audience that's listening, and Eric, I know you got some questions there. How important is it to make it to a Super Saturday or an event that's in?
What?
How important is that?
Plug into the culture. Plug into the culture. I'm telling you, because had I never came to an event, I wouldn't understand the full value of this business. I would not understand the full value of the business. When you come into the business, a lot of times you think of travel and you just think of ways you can save and you think of a small commission. This is much bigger than that. This is a life-changing legacy. This is a vehicle that can truly change the trajectory of you and your family's financial stability. Seriously. And I'm a money girl. I'm all about the money. I'm money driven. When this opportunity was presented to me in the way in which it was presented to me, I knew it was like no stopping. I knew everybody that meant something to me, I was going to share this opportunity.
That's strong. You take it, Eric. I mean, those are nuggets you dropping. We could shut it down right there.
Look, I was just about to say. I mean, come on, enough said, right? Like. Here's what you may not have said. What month, once the light bulb went off, what month was it that you said, all right, boom, now you turned into this I can change your life spokesperson? What month was that? And you started
It
building?
was days later. The first day, 24 hours after I signed up, I had my first person. My second person I had a day later. I opened my matrix 2 days like after I signed up, and then like the third day I became bronze, and then like a few days later I became silver, and then a few days later, like I went through the ranks really quickly.
That we're talking about in 2024, right?
Yeah, in 2020, this year.
What month in 2024 that you
April.
pulled that trigger?
April.
April of
April
2020.
10th, I signed up. April 11th, I had my first person.
That's gangster. So I wanted to let that piece marinate, right? So that it didn't go over people's head. You jumped in 2021, ITA only, right? And the person that whoever sponsored you, they didn't kick you out of the family because you weren't a dual agent, right? There's no love lost. You was doing you, and we cool with that, right? I told you we appreciate y'all. If you're just gonna be an ITA only, that's fine. We're not kicked out of the family, right?
Yes.
So you did you until an event that someone invited you to this event, right?
No. It's just the fact that I came into the business and then I saw the flyer. My sponsor, LaSure, she said, "Hey, it's an event in Philly," and I said, "Oh, that's right across the street from me."
That's the same as an invite. So you first of all,
so then
two things were done, right?
And I went all alone. I was there by myself because they could only get one ticket.
Because you first saw a flyer, right? So
yes.
that's number one. You saw a flyer, so you was still plugged in, even as an ITA only operator. You was plugged in. You saw the flyer, and then boom, someone now drops the bug in your ear. Hey, it's an event right down the street. You go there. The light bulb is boom, turned on, shining bright. And how many months, Roger, has it been since April? How many months has it been?
8. I've already got it in my notes already.
It's 7.
It's 7.
Okay.
7.
Look at you.
Okay. I'm a mother.
Don't slight me, yo.
So 7 months. Understand.
100 people later, bro.
100 people later.
So we actually have 120 on our team right now.
Don't slight her with her numbers at all.
We have 120 people on our team today. So yes, I'm proud of our numbers because between myself and my runner, Kelly Wyatt, my DIT, yes, let me give her a shout out. My team is amazing. My team is truly.
Hey, she know our numbers and everything. E, good gracious, this is beautiful, man.
Let me tell you something. I'm a firm believer in this, and this was told to me in my 1-star run, and I may not have had to been told to her, but I remember it when I got the phone call, and they was like, "Listen, E, you got to know your numbers to grow your numbers," and I know this, right? But it was cool to have somebody call me to tell me and remind me what I know so that we can knock this thing out. And that lady called me like, "E, you got to know your numbers." She on it. She knows those numbers. Here's what I want you to speak to. 7 months. Because there are people who've been around for 7 years.
Right.
And still haven't crossed over the hump. They want to. And what they want to know from you, and they probably asked some of the previous directors the same question, but what was it? There's a 2-part question. A, how did you eliminate the excuses that you could have easily given yourself during these 7 months? How did you overcome these excuses? But then B, what was the method to your madness and success, right? People are looking at all of the various different glittery gimmicks and schemes, and you spend money on this, or you join this program, and maybe you have this thing going on social media, or maybe you're meeting people in person. So what was your systematic approach to your success, and how'd you overcome those excuses?
So for one, I don't make excuses, so I don't take them. I don't care what goes on in my life. If I set a goal, I'm getting it done. I'm laser focused and I'm hard on myself. I am my own competition. I don't compare myself to other people. So I set a goal for me and then I do what it takes to achieve it by any means necessary. I also can give credit to my team because we have a solid foundation. we beat to one drum, and it helps to lighten the load for me because I can lean on my team. But I feel like doing it my way made it work for me. I'm very coachable. So I listen to my upline, I take what they give me, and I make it work for me. I don't change it. I don't just say, oh, I'm not going to listen to them and, do my own thing. I just make it work for me. It may look a little different, but it's still within the system. And I make sure I run it by them. Everything they tell me to do, I do. If they say Rashia, do 2 phone calls a day, Rashia is doing 2 phone calls a day, maybe even 4. So I just feel like whatever your coach is telling you, because they've been here before, follow that system. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, you don't have to know why they're telling you to do it. Like I would tell my team, it's just like that Karate Kid movie, right? You ain't know why it was wax on, wax off. But when it was time for him to fight, it all made sense. So it's like you have to be comfortable with getting uncomfortable. So everything you knew, you got to throw away because clearly it didn't get you where you needed to be. You have to be willing to stretch yourself and grow and put your all into it, no excuses, even when it's hard.
So listen, I need you to go in on something you said that was phenomenal. Me and Mr. Little did a training on this a while back, but it's important that you brought it up. You have to be comfortable in the being discomfortable, right? Now, some people on the flip side are comfortable in their discomfort. I ain't making no moves, and I'm comfortable in this complaining state. But being comfortable in the discomfort towards building those aches and pains, speak to some of those discomforts that you had to just go ahead and get used to them and deal with it and put your big girl draws on.
So to be honest, I'm not a team player. I'm an individual player. I know what I'm capable of, so I can get it done. So for me, depending on other people was a challenge for me. That was a challenge for me. So whereas it may be easy for others, that's really was challenging for me. And Director Jenkins had to say to me, like, girl, you can't get there by yourself. And when I tell you that was the most uncomfortable thing for me, I struggled with that every single day. I struggled with it every single day. So what I did, I'm asking, what books can I read? I want to be the leader worth following. So it's like, if I'm telling them, hey, you got to be uncomfortable, so get on live, even though you're not happy with being on live, then I have to be uncomfortable. And now I have to depend on my team so I can spend time pouring into them instead of just running up the numbers on my own. Because I want to bring everybody with me. It ain't just about me. It's about us.
My ears, I'm lost for words.
She's dropping them, Mr. Lillard. Look, you can't, we can't get you slide this one past neither. Mr. Lillard, I know you heard her when she said she wanted to be the leader worth following.
My
goodness. That's
deep
right there, especially coming from someone that's like new into what we're doing. You're understanding it early, and you getting the earful from 2 jackets, and he don't pull no punches. So I can imagine, but that's huge because a lot of people will sit back and complain, and you've heard leaders say before, you be the leader you wish you had, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But daggone, become the leader worth following. Someone, I think it might have been Mr. Bradley or somebody in leadership, asked this question, like what does a person get when they partner with you? Like why should I partner with you? I can partner with anybody in this company, literally, but what am I getting when I partner with you? Rashia, what does a person get when they partner with you?
They get me. I am the prize. But no, seriously, I want to create the culture for our team is a family atmosphere. leave no man behind. And when I say that, I don't even mean numbers, because the numbers doesn't always matter. You know, you may be valuable and an asset to the team in a different way. So it's important for me to touch each and every person that comes through my pipeline. You have to hear this voice. If something's going on, everything isn't always just about travel or always about business. I check in on my team on a weekly basis, sometimes twice a week. We build that rapport. They know that I care about them, whether they get a business partner or get a booking. They know that I still care about them. And I feel like that's what separates us from other people. We're marching, we have the same vision, and we're marching at the same with the same beat. And I think that that's important. I know that my team has my back. If you put your team against my team any day, I don't care how big your team is, I'm choosing my team every time because I believe in them, because they believe in me.
Fire. Look,
Yes,
hey, Roger, you can tell we got one of them Philly girls on the line.
Fire, bro.
I hear all that up north coming out. Go ahead with the next question, sir.
Just make sure this is recorded. We need to archive this, and every brand new person needs to see this What's the Word Wednesday right here. So my question now is, and I know that you mentioned earlier that you're a day trader, which means
Yes.
you're an entrepreneur, so you understand business.
Yes.
And you're busy. So tell the folks that's listening right now, what are some of the things that you, prior to working this business, what are some of the things that you like to do that you say, you know what, I can't do this here, I can't do that here because I'm focused on this? What are some of the things that you gave up? Because you know we all got to give something up to go up. So what are some of the things that you were able to give up to go up?
I gave up my peace. Because, you know, like during the day, you know, it's just me. You know, it's just me, and I'm able to trade from my bed, whatever. But now I'm on the phone. I have to pick up the phone when my team calls, whether it's 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night. I have to answer that call because we're trying to build something. I have to sacrifice spending time with my man because I have to build this team. So I had the conversation with my family. It's like, listen, I may not be able to cook dinner every night. Y'all gonna eat, but I may not be able to cook every night. But, you know, so I'm trying to learn the balance because I'm pouring so much into this, but understand the greater reward, y'all not even gonna have to worry about it. Y'all not gonna have to worry about anything once I get this travel empire where I want it to be. So I gave up a lot of things, a lot of sacrifices. I don't go out. Like if I don't meet my goal, I can't celebrate myself. What are you celebrating? What you celebrating? What you celebrating?
So this is so profound. You know, Mr. Bradley said something in Philly, and he said something in Atlanta, and I had an opportunity to have a conversation with him. And he said, for 18 years, he gave up his every Tuesday night, and Miss Bradley said that she did not get in his way. And so, like you said, there's a bigger picture on the back end, but a lot of people are afraid to give up so little that they have, and their vision is not large enough to see the end. And so you have a really big vision. So my next question to you is your vision for you and your network. What do you see you at in Planet Marketing in the future?
Oh, I'm definitely going to be a millionaire. Y'all definitely going to see my name in the little stars that's on the ground. Oh, yeah. Y'all going to see Rashia Edmond there, right? Y'all going to see my little beautiful little picture up on that little column. If he continues to do it, or however he decides to honor his millionaires, yeah, you definitely going to see me there. Definitely. And you're going to see some of my team right there with me because I'm bringing them right along with me. What they say, that push-pull method, yeah, my team's coming with me. I'm not going to be up there alone.
Cheryl, congratulations, girl. Congratulations, Cheryl. And with your 2 jackets.
Thank you.
Yes. My goodness.
They killing it out there.
Thank you.
Mr. Lillard. Listen.
Yes, so make sure y'all come out November 23rd. I will receive my director's jacket. And quite a few of my team members, they're going to receive their pins for their achievements. So if you guys are in the Philadelphia area, if you close by, make sure y'all come out and show us some love. Come get some of this Philly love, this good energy, this positive energy.
Hey, she even dropped the plug in here on his.
She dropped the plug. You understand? Look, I'm not mad because she's really just reminding. She's reminding people of the transformation. What's the word? The transformation type power. There's another word to say that, but the type of power that's in that energy when you're in the room, right? She's experiencing that energy that's in the room. That's transferable, basically, is what I'm trying to say, right? Yeah. So when you and your people are there, iron sharpens iron, and you get to experience these types of things, I still get excited because it reminds you, despite whatever's happening with my company or anyone else's for that matter, it reminds you that this opportunity is still fresh and fertile ground, right?
Like if you think about it, if LaShura would have given up on me. So it's like if you have someone in your company right now or on your team right now who may not be moving and you're feeling frustrated, you have to give that person grace. Because if LaShura would have given up on me in 2021 because I didn't move the way in which she saw fit, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be her first one-star director. So it's not our time, it's in God's time. So give your people grace. If it's nothing else, stop saying, oh, my team is not moving. It's just not the time right now. But in God's timing, it'll all work itself out. It'll all work itself out.
Look, she about to have Mr. Lillard. Go turn to him 152 real quick, Mr. Lillard. Him 152. I think it's time for the song, and we're gonna do the love offering in a minute. Good gracious.
Yeah, I was trying to mute myself from coughing because I wanted nobody to miss nothing, and my mute didn't work. But this is so powerful. I mean, just the fact that she is not afraid. That's the word. There's no fear in her. She's not afraid. She just opened up and did a plug, which means so if she's not afraid to do this right here with us, when she's out in the trenches, she's not afraid to say, hello, how you doing? This business changed my life. It can change yours too. This business is really simple, and a lot of us are overthinking this, and all we got to do is follow the system. Like she said, she's coachable. If you're coachable, teachable, humble, and her wanting to be a millionaire, she's hungry. If you have those four things, it's almost impossible if you have the discipline to continue all four of those in your business. But go ahead, Eric. You got any more questions? I think I didn't run out. I didn't wrote some stuff down here.
I know you didn't run out. So listen, now my next question to you, help the people out there. You don't have to give them your exact X's and O's. But I'm a firm believer in marketing is everything. Look, I'm on a regular basis wearing shirts like this. I can change your life. I met two people today at the mall. Not because they wanted to know how I could change their life, but they said, you can't change my life. Okay. I'm sure glad that started the conversation right there any daggone way, right? Exactly. So my question for you is, from a marketing perspective, give the people listening maybe a couple of tips or suggestions, or maybe even share with them some of the ways in which you're marketing the opportunity that we know is word of mouth, and you're telling everybody. That's the most powerful.
I'm telling everybody. And I'm having the conversation. I'm not overselling a product. I'm simply having a conversation. Everybody travels. Everybody travels. I don't care if they're just going to a hotel or if they just go to an event. It's just a simple conversation. I think a lot of times people overcomplicate it. It's like, oh, I need a script. No, you don't. Someone came out to take my blood. A nurse came out to take my blood in my home. And as she's taking my blood, we're just having a little brief conversation. And I just was waiting for the segue so I could just plug it in, right? And she was like, oh, we were laughing about my weight. And I'm like, yeah, I need to start moving because all I'm doing is laying in the bed. She was like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, I day trade and, I'm in the travel industry. And she was like, oh, really? She was like, and before I could go and say, the next thing, she was like, so am I. And I'm like, are you serious? And we both said it at the same time, like, well, who you with? And then she unbuttoned her shirt and she had on a Planet Marketing t-shirt. But it's just a simple conversation. And now we're like the best of friends. She's calling me all the time. We're always talking. So it's like if you're in the market, if you're in the line, you can say something as simple as, I would rather be on the beach than in this line, y'all. Like, what you feeling? Like just a regular conversation like you would talk to your girlfriend, your mom, your sister, whoever. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You don't have to give a whole bunch of information. A lot of things that I notice with people is when they're not doing well in the business, they're giving too much information. They're talking too much, if that's a certain thing, right? So it's like, I would just say, have a general conversation and don't be offended by a no. You hear no all the time. If you ask your kids, are they hungry? And they say no, do you get mad? No. So it's the same thing. It's like, don't take the no personal. To me, it's always a soft no. Because I'm coming back for you. Because I have something to combat everything that you're going to say. So I'm never offended and I never take it personal because at the end of the day, it's your loss. I know. So if you choose not to join, it's your loss. It's nothing personal for me. So I definitely feel like that's something that people get defeated because they hear so many no's. It's like, no, don't take it personal. It's their loss. They didn't deserve to be on your team right now. That's how you just have to look at it. And then don't be afraid to promote your business on social media. It's like, oh, I already posted for today. What? I be like, did Fashion Nova, Sheen, and even the for the election, you know how many times they text your phone? Do you think they care? So what I started doing was they text me. I sent my link back to them. It's like, listen, it's marketing. If you see someone and they're doing sales, speak to them and see if they're interested in this lucrative business opportunity that they can work part-time, but get a full-time pay. Make the business work for you. Don't overcomplicate it. It's a beautiful thing. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to act like, you don't have to put work in because you do. But you put that grind in that one time and you build something solid, you can eat from it for the rest of your life. And that's how you got to look at it.
She is definitely
she dropping some nuggets. I hope y'all got your favorite sauce to pick up what she dropping. Mr. Little, what's the next question?
So my next question is, you are part of the 1% in the entire company of Planet Marketing, which is huge to become a director, right? How does it feel? Because I know you just hit recently, right? How does it feel, and what does it mean to you? What's being a director mean to you? And so how do you feel? What are you feeling right now?
So when it originally happened last evening, I think because honestly, I felt overwhelmed. I had a whole bunch of different emotions because, you do the blitz, you go hard, you're working so hard. I had an event 2 days prior to that. I'm on board in new people. I'm trying to introduce. It was just so much going on. And honestly, I was feeling defeated. I'm going to be transparent with the people because it's not all glitz and glamour. I was feeling defeated. And I called my DIT and I was like, girl, I'm done. I was like, I'm not doing this. I can just day trade. I can make this money in 15 minutes, whatever. And then it was just like, I cried. I even cried. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I cried. I shed some tears.
Was it the ugly cry or just the...
It was just tears at that point because Director Scott must have like telepathy or something. Like he just knew to text me at a certain time, and it's like, yo, like, you quiet, what's up? And I'm just like, here he go. Like, I feel like hearing, I just want to just be in this little funk, right? And he just, he just gave me some encouraging words. And I'm like, yo, like, what are you really doing? Like, girl, if you don't put those big girl panties on and finish this out, like, these people are counting on you. They believe in you and they believe in your vision. If you don't get yourself together. And I called my DIT like 5 minutes later. I'm like, girl, I'm back. But I allowed myself that moment because we are human and we have emotions. So it's like, be okay with feeling with whatever it is you need to feel. So you can go there, but just don't stay there. That's the difference. So I said to my team, Imani, she was texting and she was encouraging, like everybody was encouraging, because they know I'm not quiet. I'm the motivator. I'm in there and I'm talking, but I went silent. And I told them, I said, I just need a day. I said, but I guarantee y'all tomorrow I'm coming back strong. I said, just give me today. And they gave me my day. And then I came back the next day and we closed it out.
That's awesome. Eric, you look like you lost words over there too. I've never seen either one of us like this.
She killing it. No, I got a million questions that's in my head. I'm just amazed at how you're really what you're displaying right now for everyone. The emotional roller coaster that we talk about that is of life, right? But what you did, more importantly, was you didn't make a decision while in your emotions, right? You sat down for a second and you did what you did, right? You didn't do, as we say sometimes. Some people, they'll park the car and get out, right? You just got out of the fast lane and got in the slow lane and regrouped. Still on the same path, right? Just in a different lane. I'm loving the mindset principles that you're dropping, because I believe this is the most important process of seeing your way through to one-star directorship. It's a mindset thing, especially when you get right around whatever that number is. You in the red zone, Mr. Lillard, and you like on the 10-yard line or the 5-yard line or the 15-yard line, and then you go to sleep thinking, all right, all I gotta do is
what?
You realize it's a flag.
You wake up and you got 5 people on credit hold.
Absolutely. So that tug of war mentally, you were up for the challenge. I appreciate that, but I want you to speak to the people that for whatever reason they're thinking like they're going to be able to get this diamond result from this business without that. Before it was a diamond, it was a lump of coal that had to go through some pressure. And for whatever reason, people are scared of some pressure, but they want to be the diamond. They want to shine bright like a diamond, like Rihanna say, or whoever say it, right? They want to shine bright like a diamond, but they don't want to go through the pressure. You shining like a diamond right now because you went through that red zone pressure. Talk about that pressure. Like I talked to you for a couple of seconds, and you was like, "Oh my goodness, boom, 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 boom." But talk about that pressure, your mindset. I know you said earlier, and we were talking about you tuned into the people who are attached to you. So that's one reason for not quitting. But there's something deeper. So talk about that, whatever that deeper thing
my
was.
why, for one, like I gave my word to my family. My children are watching me. So in that moment, I have to remember why I started in the first place. And my assignment is an assignment from God. So I had to remove myself from the flesh. And that's what I told my DIT. I'm like, girl, that's that flesh talking right now. Like, what am I talking about right now? And I just prayed and I just told God, like, it's in your timing. Like I said a certain date, but who am I? Who am I? Right? I can set the target just so I can keep myself motivated and working. But at the end of the day, God has the last say so. This is his assignment. He is using me to bless other people. So it's going to be in his timing. So I I just let go of the steering wheel. I just let go on the steering wheel. And I'm like, this is a test of your faith. This is a test of your faith. Imagine being 3 away. You get 3 people in the system. 3 people decide to, come into the business with you, and all 3 get flagged.
That's something that that the company decided to do later on, but I'm glad they did, because we're in this for the long haul. But you said something earlier that I just remembered about. You said you were coachable, and you said that whatever you needed to read. And I'm real big on personal development. And I'm 20 plus years in the industry, so the personal development has kept me around in this industry as long as it has, and I fell in love with this industry. However, what book did you read that sticks out to you? Like, what's the word? How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie is my favorite book all time, because that's what we do. We're influencing people. We're creating friendships. We're building relationships. What book would you say that stands up so people can understand that the personal development, how important it is in your business?
For me, it's really the Bible, because it's like all of the books that people write, they're good for me, but my mission, like, God is my tour guide. So it's like my mission is there. Like, that's where I get my strength, my wisdom. All the other stuff is good. It polishes and, it helps me become a better person. But that's where I go for my roadmap. So for me, that's the best book for me. I do ask Director Scott, like, what book should I be reading? So, he'll give me his recommendations. And as he do, I get right on it and I start reading them. But for me, when it's like over this past weekend, when I was in the red zone, that's what brought me through. And it just keeps me grounded. It's like, I'm able to give people grace. It's just all the things that we need to be great leaders. It comes from that book for me.
Well, look, neither one of us going to disagree with you on that one. I will say, as you grow in your network marketing business, you'll start to have some accessory books that go alongside, because they're going. There's personal development, and then there's professional development, right? So for your professional development, the Bible wouldn't be the book that we go to for the professional development. It's already helped us personally. So when we're looking for professional development, and you need to learn how to invite a person, or how to be better at following up, or things of that nature, 3-way calls, and so those would be some of the more professional books that you'll start to delve into, and you'll end up with a favorite in that aspect of books.
I mean, yeah, I read like the 10 distinction of like all the books everybody's throwing out. I read, but it's none that's actually like my favorite as of yet that I've stumbled.
That's why I said, as you grow, it's going to be one. What's going to happen is you're going to end up with one of them network marketing challenges or headaches, right? And you're going to need a minute to woosah. And then the network marketing book is going to give you.
It's going to get me through.
Practical, yeah. It's going to give you some practical way. Some of the real good ones going to give you some straight up and down practical way to get through this, and then that'll be the book you end up sharing with another team member.
I'm gonna let y'all know when it happens. I'm gonna come back to y'all and I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna share that with y'all.
We know that top 10 distinctions is at the top of your list, though. So.
Yeah, and I'm like instant millionaire. Like, it's just things like for your mindset, because I am money driven. I need certain things to fuel me. So yeah.
Yeah. See, well, look, watch this. One of those books is going to be because we were talking about that earlier. How you're full blown out red for the most part, right? You are sharp. So for us sharp. And the Bible will help us, but we need a strategic way to learn to appreciate some of those other color groups and how to interact with them. And then we need some tools or some tricks, so to speak. Okay, what do I do specifically for this person? Because they are blue. And I gotta learn the party language for the blue, right? You gotta speak party to them, right?
Yes.
If not, so that's a skill set that you'll end
I
up.
actually have my team take a personality test just so we can know one another, so we can know how to communicate with each other. Like I'll just text them and be like, "Hey, take this personality test and send me your results." Just so I can be a better leader or a better communicator or whatever it is that they need, because I do know that I am a strong red. I do know that. And I can't talk at everybody. Everybody's not going to move, the way that I move. So yeah, I do have a few books that I'm reading on that. So yes.
I love it. So listen, before we close out, we definitely want to remind you guys again that in just a few minutes, you'll have the opportunity to share this amazing opportunity with your family members, friends, prospects. Follow up with somebody that you shared this opportunity with years ago. 8:30 platinumwednesdays.com. Get your folks on there, right? You got time to. We want to get your closing remarks real quick, right? Go ahead and give the people watching. Your team hear from you all the time, right? This like revival. You the guest pastor that came in to speak to everybody else that ain't get to hear from you. So go ahead and give them, the people watching, some encouraging words, and then maybe even a call to action. Give them something to do, especially that large group of people that's trying to get to where you are right now. Go ahead and give them something.
So really what I would say is you have to believe in you, right? You are your greatest asset. Everything starts with you. You have the power to create the life that you want to live. Nobody determines that but you. You are in the way of you. So it all stems from you. So if you want something different, you have to do something different. You have to be willing to give up some things to get to where you want to be. How bad do you really want it? Do you really feel like you deserve it, or is it just something that you desire? Because there's a difference, right? If you feel like you deserve it, then you'll do what it takes to get it done. Like whatever your why is, whatever your reason is for getting into the business, you have to keep that in the forefront of your brain at all times, no matter what. I don't care what's going on. Get it done. You owe it to yourself, nobody else. Get it done.
Get it done. That's the word for the evening from one-star director, newly appointed and anointed, apparently, Rashia.
Hashtag, y'all. Let's get it. Hashtag get it done.
Get it done. At the end of the day, that's what she's saying, ladies and gentlemen. Get it done. Mr. Lillard, as we close, your closing remarks have to be touching on getting it done. Mr. Lillard, speak to the people on what the heck they need to be getting done. We close this year out.
Absolutely. It's got to be, intentional, right? Everything that you do has got to be intentional, right? Create a list of things to do to get it done for yourself, put a date on it, and go after with everything you got.
Yeah.
With everything you got, because what we do is we go to work, we make it to work on time with everything we got. So let's be intentional. And if you're whatever position you're at, whether you're brand new or you're bronze, silver, gold, director in training, 1-star, 2-star, whatever we are, let's make it intentional and let's get it done.
Let's get it done.
Let's get it done. Look, I don't have no closing remarks. Enough has been said. The assignment has been put out there. Just get it done, right?
And make sure y'all in Philly November 23rd for Super Saturday.
It's on my calendar.
Get it done, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not going to be at that Super Saturday, you should be at the local one right here in the Baltimore area on the same date. Right at the end of the day, stop making excuses. Get it done. You can cash no excuses, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking for that outro music as we get up out of here. But we said to you earlier, we'll be right back on third Wednesdays, prayerfully. If all of us are in town, we'll be back here third Wednesday again. We appreciate you. We certainly gonna have the fireball and superstar herself, Miss Rashida, back on here, cause she gonna shoot straight from the hip and tell you what thus saith the Lord and what the word was for today. Look, it's what's the word Wednesday, and she gave some word. The word was get it done. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Watch the replay. Hashtag get it done.